Let's talk about dreams. So first thing I want to say about dreams is that most dreams are symbolic. So you don't interpret them literally, right? Hey, this is Mike Silla from truetheory.com and welcome to another episode of True Spirituality. So True Spirituality is my series where I talk about metaphysics, esoteric ideas and teachings, mysticism, shamanism, consciousness, psychedelics, meditation, a little bit of everything. So if you like these types of topics, welcome. Have a look at previous episodes as well, because this is episode 70 something already. And please subscribe if you're new here. So before we gonna start, I just want to say one thing, that if you need some help with your personal development or your spiritual journey, I do coaching one-on-one. So check out truetheory.com/coaching, and I help people with many different things. Some people come because they are blocked. They have some kind of blockage. They end up in the same negative scenarios over and over, and I help to figure out where is the problem. For example, I help people to tune into their higher self, start getting more in the flow, more synchronicities in life, answers, things like that, all sorts of things like that. So check out truetheory.com/coaching if you feel like you need some help and guidance, and I do first initial consultation free of charge. So nothing to lose, get in touch, even with dream interpretation sometimes. So this is the topic of today's video. Let's talk about dreams. So first thing I want to say about dreams is that most dreams are symbolic. So you don't interpret them literally, right? If you see, let's say you are traveling by train in the dream, it probably doesn't mean you're gonna be traveling by train soon or going somewhere. There is a small possibility that it could be the case, but most likely it means symbolically a journey, right? And journey can be journey through life, for example, right? So traveling on a bike might be less significant journey, right? Traveling on the train might be more significant journey. Traveling by airplane might be even more significant, right? So it's symbolic to a journey. For example, a death might mean the end of something, right? Doesn't mean physical death. So first thing to remember is that dreams are mostly symbolic. Why symbolic? I think if it's really easy to compress a lot of information in forms of images and symbols, right? So probably that's why. Another thing is the context, because let's say if you look at these online sources or some books about dream symbolism and dream interpretation, sometimes the meaning will be individual to your journey, to yourself, and also how it appeared in your dream, because context is really important, right? Another thing I want to mention is that the symbols or archetypes, we can distinguish them in two different categories. So we have general archetypes and then we have individual archetypes, right? So general archetype is an example I just shared about a journey through life or some kind of journey. So for example, you have a dream of being on a train. It's very obvious, right? This represents a journey, but journey can be not only when you travel, it can be through life, for example, right? So this is symbolic typically to some kind of journey in life. Obviously, through generations and generations, we understood that traveling means journey, or death means the end, for example, right? It doesn't mean physical death, it can mean the end of something. These are general archetypes. They're symbols that are universal for everyone. Obviously, like I said, it depends on context as well of your dream, because the same symbol might have completely different meaning if the context of your dream is different. So it is important to look at other aspects, what's happened in the dream, right? Then we have individual archetypes. So these are symbols that mean something for you only. Let me give you an example of my personal archetype in my dreams. So for example, I had this friend who was always doing some kind of fishy things. He was a drug dealer in the past and he had some problems with law. So if he would appear in my dream, that would represent some kind of illegal activity, something fishy, something like that, right? But if he would appear in your dream, you would not even recognize this guy, right? So he wouldn't have any meaning for you. But in my case, this is what I associate, or my subconscious mind associates something fishy, something illegal, something dodgy with this guy, because that's how I remember him, right? So you will have your own archetypes that will mean something for you specifically, right? And then we have these general archetypes. Now, what types of dreams do we have? There are a couple of different types of dreams. So the most popular probably is just a regular rambling type of dream, let's call it. It's just baseless imagery coming from emotions, memories from your life, some images recorded. Sometimes it could be, for example, you watch some kind of horror movie or some movie before going to sleep, and then the dream shows you some of the stuff from the movie or whatever, right? This is just basically probably garbage, very little significance, very little meaning. We all have them. Then we have these dreams that represent something to heal, maybe a fear, for example. Sometimes these dreams are repetitive, so you might have a similar dream over and over and over. So let me give you an example. Maybe the dream is about the fact that you lost yourself in the woods, right? You are in the forest and you lose yourself and you can't find a way out. This could mean some kind of fear in your life where you cannot find a solution, you are overwhelmed, you cannot get out of the situation, whatever, right? So your fear in life is represented in such form in your dreams, right? This is a different type of dream, right? So some people have these types of dreams, and typically they are repetitive, so they occur, similar scenario over and over and over, right? They typically represent some fears, some kind of things that need healing. And my favorite types of dreams are guided dreams or precognition, right? This is something I've been having for years. So let me tell you a little bit more about it. So before something like 2008 or 2009, I did not remember any of my dreams. Very rarely I remembered any dreams. And we all dream, but many people don't remember their dreams. So I would not remember anything. And around 2008 or 2009, I started having dreams that were guiding me, where I would be shown some kind of information about something that might happen, what should I do in life, things like that. And I had thousands of these dreams by now. So let me give you an example of one of first of these types of dreams. So I remember this situation that was something like 2008 or 9, and I was at the university first year, and I knew this one guy who was studying with me, and he had a girlfriend who was Polish. That was in London, right? So international students, international university, and we get to know each other. And obviously I'm Polish as well, so we had a little bit of connection straight away. And she was his girlfriend, right? The guy who was studying with me. And then, you know, we are friends on Facebook, whatever, and she would send me a message that she wants to go out with me. And I was thinking like, she wants to go out with me, but she has a boyfriend. I wasn't sure if she has some intentions of looking for whatever, something more than friendship or pure friendship, right? I was a little bit confused because she would like send me some messages, whatever. So I had a dream showing me that we met and she kissed me in the cheek, right? And obviously when you kiss someone in the cheek, that means friendship. If you kiss someone in the lips, that means something more, right? And we met, and yes, she was only interested in friendship. She wanted to actually learn something from me about some of the topics I talk about. So this was one of the first these types of dreams where I would get symbolically guided in my dreams. And the way this works when you start having these types of dreams, when you are being guided, typically this is your spirit guides or your higher self. Some higher forms are trying to guide you. Your higher self is like your superconscious mind, so it's really you. But these ones are the best ones. There are all other types of dreams, like lucid dreams, when you are conscious and you know you're dreaming, things like that, right? I've noticed also that people who are helping others, very often they receive guidance in dreams. And this is something that I also explained in my dreams, that I get these dreams that guide me and show me things because I'm helping others very often, right? So that was explained to me that this is a form of karma, right? And I've noticed, I met a couple of people who, for example, a friend of mine has a sister, she is an activist and she has a charity helping some kind of abused women, things like that. And she's been having these precognitive dreams. For example, there's going to be a pandemic before pandemic started, right? I have noticed that a lot of people who are service to others, they receive guidance in dreams. I had these types of dreams, for example, before the war with Russia and the Ukraine, like a week or 2 weeks before, I was already shown that there's going to be a war in my dream. Like I said, I had thousands of these dreams over the years, showing me different scenarios, warning me about things, giving me tips, things like that. So this was explained to me that these are just my spirit guides and my higher self. Now, another really important thing about dreams is that dreams fade away very quickly when you wake up, so you probably want to write them down quickly. What happens with me is that when I get these important dreams, I typically gonna wake up somewhere in the middle of the night. I just have my phone not far from bed. I just gonna grab my phone, quickly record some of the important bits from the dream, like literally like 2-3 lines, or write it down very quickly, leave it and go back to sleep. I want to still have a night sleeping properly. So it's really important because you always think you're gonna remember and then it fades away almost always. So very important to write down your dreams, or in the mornings, or if you wake up and you had some very important dreams, don't turn on the light and start writing because you won't fall asleep. Have maybe your phone like 2 meters away from bed, grab it, voice note, and go back to sleep. You can start having intentions as well if you want to get guidance in dreams. Maybe before going to sleep, maybe you have something you want to know more about, like how to resolve some issue. You can start having these intentions. You can ask your higher self, my higher self, please guide me in dreams and help me to know something about this, for example, right? This might help. Sometimes if it's not going to work first time, keep trying a couple of nights in a row. You might start having these intentions before going to sleep that you want to remember the dream. Or maybe that you want to wake up when it's an important message for you. So things like that, you might try these things and hopefully it's going to work for you to start getting guidance in dreams. So let me know what you think about it. Let me know about your dreams. If you get these like interesting dreams or precognition or something like that. If you need some guidance, coaching, mentoring, check out truefury.com/coaching, get in touch with me, and give this video a like if it resonates, share it with others, it helps a lot, and thank you if you're gonna share it, really appreciate it. And follow me on Instagram, it's Mike Sigala on Instagram, and till next time.